Dear Lord, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So let's see what it is that God wants to address today. Let's see what energies I want to highlight at this time. Okay, so we got Cancer, masculine energy, and Virgo, feminine energy. There's been a lot of Virgo energy. So it's all about handling our business. But now the Cancer masculine energy come out. So let's see what Cancer energy is all about. And at the bottom of the deck, the underlying issue is the Leo masculine energy. So we got work to do. Masculine energy is all about putting in that work, 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 work. I want to show y'all something. Pretty face and bad character. Twash. Utter twash. Okay. Cancer. Cancer energy. So let's see. So that's all about intelligence. It's being intelligent, crafty, rational, and strong-willed. Okay. Intelligent, crafty, rational, and strong-willed. And then the Virgo energy, for those of us who have forgotten, is efficient, industrious, calm, altruistic, and adaptable. What the hell does altruistic mean? I'm glad you asked. We're about to find out. Altruistic describes the unselfish concern for the welfare of others. So basically, being empathetic. Empathetic? Empathetic. I think that's the right term of the word. So showing care for others. acting out of a genuine desire to help rather than for personal gain. Yeah, okay, so that's what altruistic means. Okay, let's get back to, so that's the Virgo energy. So Virgo energy is all about being efficient, industrious, calm, altruistic, and adaptable. So when we put those two energies together, it's like you have a plan, knowing how to go about achieving what you want, and your reason for doing so is not one of selfishness. Yeah, you're gonna gain from it as well, but these are for this reading is for people who have decided to show care, like humanitarians, people who are true humanitarians, not just people who pose as though they're humanitarians. Okay, people who would put in the effort to bless someone else, even though it doesn't really have anything to do with you gaining it. It's just being a good human being. Okay, and the underlying issue is the Leo energy. So let's see what that's about. Leo energy. It says dominant, courageous, aristocratic. That means regal, high class. And not like these idiots who run society, not that type of high class. I mean high stature, meaning a decent human being, a real noble person, not one who is just posing as though they are noble, but are really criminals underneath it all, okay? They are not aristocrats. They call themselves aristocrats, but they are not aristocratic at all. Okay? Those are low lives. Those so-called elites of society that call themselves aristocrats. They're not real aristocrats. Let's look up the word aristocrat, shall we? How can you be how can you be a real royal child when you don't respect the king of kings or the queen of queens, father God and mother God? If you don't see yourself as a son or daughter of the king and queen, then you're not a royal son or royal daughter. Instead, they want to compete. They want to be kings and queens too. Anywho, aristocrat. Let's see. An aristocrat is a person of high social rank, typically a member of the nobility or landed upper class. What does that landed upper class mean? Anywho, it says who holds inherited titles and privileges. Nobility. Typically a member of the nobility. Let's see what the word nobility means. It says nobility refers to the highest hereditary social class in a society. They got in brackets aristocracy, or the quality of having noble character, dignity, and high moral principles. It traditionally defines individuals with titles such as dukes, earls, and barons who hold land or privileged status, often originating from feudal systems. That means they fought for it, they killed for it, they imprisoned for it, they tortured people, they stole it. So that goes back to what I say about land. It says or landed upper class, landed. Let's read the aristocrat again. It says an aristocrat is a person of high. So if you don't like this, please leave. Or be quiet. Don't disturb me. Fuck off. I like this, and there are other people here watching who like what I'm doing too. Fuck off. Or shut the fuck up. Thank you. An aristocrat is a person of high social rank, typically a member of the nobility or landed upper class. Landed upper class. Who holds inherited titles and privileges. So I'm guessing the landed upper class is people who own land. So basically, people who are materialistically rich. So, yeah, a person of high social rank. Typically a member of the nobility. And then we check nobility. So they gave themselves the title. Let's look at the word noble. Wow. You killed for what the fuck you got. There's nothing noble about you. You stole what you got. There's nothing noble about you. You're not an aristocrat. That's the point I'm trying to make about nobility. You're not noble. The word noble. It says noble refers to having high moral character, superior quality, or high social rank. That's what noble means. And I am higher than you in all of those cases. Having high moral character, I am superior quality, and I have a higher social rank than all of you so-called elites. I got the power. Anywho, the Leo energy. That's what that's about. Okay. So it says Leo energy is about being dominant, courageous, aristocratic, and idealistic. Idealistic. I feel somebody wanted me to look up that too. Are y'all gonna pay me for this? Hey. Idealistic. It describes someone who believes in, pursues, or acts on high, perfect principles and lofty goals, often disregarding practical limitations or to others seeming unrealistic. Sheesh. To others seem unrealistic. So ideal is basically perfection or damn near perfection. Let's read that again. It says idealistic describes someone who believes in, pursues, or acts on high, perfect principles and lofty goals. Somebody who thinks and dreams big, and somebody who has the same people we're talking about today. It says, it implies, oh, I wasn't finished, sorry. High, perfect principles and lofty goals, often disregarding practical limitations or to others seeming unrealistic or crazy. Because for me and what I hope to achieve, they think that because I'm going up against governments and there's more of them than there are of me, then I'm sure to lose. So basically, it's somebody who don't give a fuck about the odds because they know they're working with something more powerful than the odds, aka God. Duh. True noble people. Real aristocrats. We are the movers and the shakers. We're not the pretenders. And we don't move and shake the world through fear and intimidation and hate and bloodshed unless we absolutely have to. We would prefer not to, but we're not opposed to it. You play a stupid game, we're going to be happy to give you your stupid prize. How this turn out completely depends on how you choose to act. When you move, we move. Okay, so yeah. Oh shit. There was one more last piece that I wanted to see about that idealistic. Yes, it says it implies strong, optimistic belief in changing the world for the better, even if unlikely. Yo, are the people them say so? Hang on, let me turn down the light. Shit. I didn't say that. They said that. Yeah. They said that. I didn't say that. It implies strong, optimistic belief in changing the world for the better, even if unlikely. That's what you think. You've been telling yourself that since, well, 2008 when you started fucking with me. How has that worked out for you? Does it look like you're winning? Okay. All right. So yeah. So these are for the true royal children. Okay, this reading is for the true royal children who see something needs to get done and we are willing to do it because we believe we have the intelligence and we're crafty enough and we have the authority, we are authorized through our nobility to do these things in spite of the odds. What odds? What is that? Anywho, let's see. Let me stop messing with the evil people. Because I got better people to attend to. All right, so where do we find your message here for such ones, please? I can't help it, okay? Look, when they were on top, they were happy to sing that they were on top. They were happy to put it in our faces. They were happy to flex their muscles and use their power and their authority above us. So let me have my joy now. It's my turn. Is that what, if you don't want to do that, although you have the authority, then that's fine. You don't do that. I'll do that for me and you. Okay? I'll show off for the both of us. Okay? I'll show off for all y'all light beings, all y'all other royal children who feel like it's an abomination to rejoice in the downfall of your enemy. Fuck that. I will take a walk on the wild side and I'll tell you if I get punished for it or not. Okay? We ought to rejoice. When they suffer us, don't we cry for real? Don't we hurt for real? Physically? Don't they damage our bodies for real? Don't they block our path to success for real? So now when I see their downfall, should I not have the right to rejoice and laugh and clap and dance for real? There's a time to rejoice and a time to not rejoice. I choose to rejoice, okay? I've suffered very long and very hard. I still don't know who my birth mother is. They stole me or bought me or whatever from her when I was a baby. I'm offended. I still don't have a passport. I still don't have any family. I don't have any friends. They block the community from talking to me. They spread propaganda on my name and make people watch me like I'm some kind of criminal or some kind of dirty gal. Okay? I don't have a boyfriend. Okay? Because they keep making these idiots come into my life with the intention only to break my heart and block the path for a real man to come in and love me and fuck me. I can't go to the dentist in peace to take care of my dental health because they sabotage my teeth rather than fix them. I don't have a bank account. If I try to get my passport now, they're going to fucking give me a hard time. I'm breathing toxic gases in my house, morning, noon, and night. I'm using my phone. There's toxic gases coming from my phone. When the time comes for me to laugh in their faces, please, let me laugh in peace. When the time comes for me to rejoice at the downfall of my enemies, let me rejoice in peace, not in pieces. Because see, I have the power to assist and speed up their downfall, and I don't use it. Because I'm not like them. And I'm not going to make them make me to be like them. Because they've been trying to prove to people for years that I am just like them, and I am not. I've never been and never will be like them. I am the good guy here. And if they fuck around and God make them find out, I have a right to rejoice. They thought I'd be an easy target because they made me be out in the world by myself. They manipulated my life until I was all I had in this world, me and my little daughter. That's what they did. They thought I'd be scared. They thought I'd be running. They thought I would be paranoid. They thought I'd walk and look behind me to see who's coming and who's watching, who's taking pictures. They thought I'd be afraid to eat my food in my house because they know they're poisoning it. I have suffered long and I have suffered hard and I have suffered much. I will rejoice if I feel like it in their downfall, in their humiliation. I will. Do you know how many times they've laughed at me and what they've been doing to me, all the evil things that they've been doing to me? Do you know what they've been saying about me and how they've been laughing at me? Eh? Do you know all the horrible predictions they made about my existence and my life and my future? And God is giving me the victory. I am a royal baby. I'm not a pretend royal baby. I don't kill people for what is theirs. All I'm here to do is claim what is mine. I'm here to claim my soul family, all of my riches, my piece of land, my designated piece of land, so I could build the city of God that God asked me to build. I'm here for what is mine. I've never tried to take what is somebody else's. And I never will. Because that's wrong. That's mean. It's out of order. I am an officer of the law, divine law, real law. I'm a real officer. I respect what God has built. And I am here to clean it up. And let those who should be prosperous, prosper. And those who should suffer for what they've done, they need to suffer. The criminals must be jailed. They must be punished. And those who have been suffered unjustly, we deserve to get the victory. Simple. Put the world the right way around. Because it's time. And I've had enough. Suffering where I don't belong, suffering. Give a fuck about what nobody say. You don't need to help me. Because I started this journey since 2008, actively fighting against them, and I didn't think I would have any help. I didn't even know that God would come through for me, how God came through for me, and is still coming through for me. I started off on this journey intending to get my justice because I was being bullied. And no fucking body bullies Chanel Green. Period. Don't let my nice face fool you. Don't let my kind nature fool you. I'm no punk. Don't let my good manners fool you. That's what they did. It's a personal message for me, I heard. That was a message for me. Have y'all watched Beverly Hills Cop Axel F? I recommend it. It's on Netflix. Good old fashioned Eddie Murphy movie. Axel Foley had a daughter, Jane. It was a great movie. Oh, it is a great movie, sorry. Listen, y'all need to connect to me on my Facebook, okay? Because when I'm not here doing videos, I'm scouring my face. Scouring. What the hell does scouring mean? I have no idea. But I'm scrolling my Facebook feed to see what I find is a worthy share. So if you like the content that I'm into and you want to grow some more or just get a good laugh, because I share comedy and all type of stuff on my Facebook, you should check us out on Facebook. Okay, link up with us on Facebook. And then I've taken my music vibe over to my hair channel on YouTube. as Nubian Hair Designs, the Dreadlock Clinic on YouTube. And let me pull up our Facebook for you to see it. This is our Facebook page. Okay. We call it Ask God Here on Facebook. Okay. So you can find us. And I ain't really doing friend requests. But you could just tap in from time to time, check out what's on the wall, what's going down my timeline. Yeah. And then when I play my music, I do my hair on there. Sometimes I do Malika's hair. You find us. You find that over here on Nubian Hair Designs, the Dreadlock Clinic. The handle is at Nubian Hair Designs. That is us right there. Okay. And yeah, I do readings for hairdressers as well when I feel called to. Well, hairdressers, barbers, salons, well, just the hair industry, period. Locticians, whatever I feel called to at the time, I do those on my hair channel. Okay. So if you don't see me on here, I am usually on Facebook or on my other channel, or I'm just in my house taking care of business. Them times you can't tap in, unless you're one of those intrusive telepathic humans who like to mind my business without my permission. I would prefer you not do that because it's rude, but what you do with yourself is completely up to you. Okay? I'm hearing enough of deal, better sign you no will. So I guess that's God saying, please don't. I say, don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. See how my house is full of green? It's Incredible Hulk. We on our Incredible Hulk vibe. So you may be magical, but you gotta be responsible with your powers, or else you're going to have to pay for it. One of the readers that I listened to, she was talking about people like digging into files that they have no business digging into, and like listening into conversations that they have no business listening into. She was saying these people are gonna experience blindness and deafness. So take this as a warning to be responsible with your powers when you come into them. And those of you who are already tapped into your powers, your magical gifts, please be responsible with them. Okay? Because God, the police, is watching you. Okay? It's not for free. With great power comes great responsibility. It's just like going up to somebody's window at their house. It's just like going up to somebody's window at their house and looking into their house, or putting up video cameras in someone's house without their permission. Listening to someone's phone call without their permission. It's a violation. Also in the spirit realm, it's a violation. The laws of the spirit realm and the laws of that these Babylonian people come up with, they're generally the same. It's just that Babylon be adding extra stuff into their laws because they design their laws to suit their own personal agendas. Need to make some room. Yeah, so when they start making the rules of the game to go however it benefits them and whoever pays them, the highest bidder, I guess, makes the laws, no matter how ridiculous the law is. So yeah, that's where they fall off at, because they create the laws not for justice to be the priority, but for whoever they want to win. Seriously. I just put them down just like that. And God made anyhow. No comment. Who knows why God make us do the things that it makes us do sometimes. Just go with it, okay? Because there are other elements behind the scenes that you don't know about. In this case, that I don't know about. There's a reason why God made me put them down in that order and pick them back up in that order. Look at this card that flip over. 2 ways mean 2 times. They were already in order. I don't know what you mean by 2 ways. Okay, so today we get a subject matter. In this case, we have present yourself well. So, the royal children, those who know you are the son and or daughter. Son and or daughter. Well, that's for the hermaphrodites, I think they're called. Yeah, I'm not talking about those who are men and claim say they are women, or those who are women and claim say they are men. That's an issue that you need to take up with your God on your own. Y'all need your own tarot reader. Y'all need your own oracle, because I don't understand that. I'm not going to try to understand that. All I'm doing is respect you as a human being. Don't tell me to call you female if you're a male. Don't tell me to call you male if you are a female. Okay? I'm not getting involved in that. I only know about 2 genders and those who were born with both genitals, the hermaphrodites. Okay? That's what I know about, and that's it. Don't come complicate my brain. Thank you very much. Keep your shenanigans, your Babylonian shenanigans, to yourself. And those who don't mind indulging in it with you. Confused.com. So this message is for God's children who are about God's business. We do not serve our own interests. We are humanitarians. We are here for the greater good of the human family. We appreciate a life beyond serving our own needs. It gives us pleasure to put smiles on other people's faces just because we're spreading the love of God. We are being that representation of the love of God on the earth in a time when people need to see it and feel it and experience it. We are an extension of God in the earth. Happily so. It don't mean that we're perfect. And we're not trying to be perfect, but we are good people. So this one come out in the reverse. Let's check this before we move on. Okay, so it's meant to be in the reverse. So the message, we got consistency in the reverse. Remember the subject matter was present yourself well. Okay, royal children. Consistency in the reverse. Interesting. That's followed by the God card. Then we got chicken head, unintelligent. Then we got admirer or fan, supporter, like. And we got custom, usual, tradition, or habit. What the hell is all that saying? I don't know yet. I have to figure it out. Wait for the messages and do the lyrical mathematics. And then it'll make sense. And dig in the underlying issue. Okay. So where do we go from here? Okay. So we're going to pull out the underlying issue. So that's the story, the backstory, or the basic story of whatever is the message is about here. And once we got this, then we can decipher the whole message and make some sense of it. Yeah. So the underlying issue, we got self-care, love, pay what you owe, bad for business, thief. We got mature, infidelity or sexual unfaithfulness. Also, we got untrustworthy exchange on there. And we got prayer, infertile, infertile, incapable, fruitless, dangerous sex, dangerous interaction. I feel it 2 more, I think. Wait. 4. We got prostitute or sex worker. We got take time to grieve and move on. Addiction and romance, kindness, love. What's coming next? We got teach or inform. All right. So God is basically, I'm getting like telling us how to behave. Okay. It's like, what does the character of true noble children, real aristocrats, look like? All right. So the underlying issue, let's start there. And then the message will make more sense. So we got self-care, love. That's standard, right? Everybody's supposed to know that by now. And we got pay what you owe. So that's one sentence. So God is like, if you know you need to give yourself some love, pay yourself what you owe yourself, royal children, real aristocrats. Okay? Love yourself. That's the first thing. And we got bad for business, thievery. Stealing is bad for business, which is what these so-called aristocrats, those who call themselves aristocrats but are not, that's what they do. They steal land. They steal other people's culture. They steal other people's identity. They steal other people's money. And God said, that's bad for business. God's like, those aren't Those aren't mine. Okay, they're still my children, but they're not my children. Okay, I didn't teach them to be like that. They chose to be like that. So being a thief is bad for business. Okay, it's good to be fair. So let's see. We got mature. Already. We got uh well, untrustworthy exchange. And we got prayer, infertile. Okay, so God is saying if you're praying for anything that makes you so it's like if you're ready to pray for something that you know you shouldn't be praying for, right? Because we got ready, untrustworthy exchange, and prayer. So yeah, whoever is praying for whichever of God's actual aristocratic children, we're talking about those who are true aristocrats now. God is telling you, don't get it messed up, okay? Don't follow these wayward children doing what they do to get ahead. It's not the right formula. It's thieving is bad for business, okay? It separates you from your blessing. It separates you from your true divine inheritance, okay? Because you collect bad karma, obviously, okay? It gets your ass landed in spiritual jail, okay? So God said, if you're ready or if you're thinking or if you feel like right now is the time for you to pray for an untrustworthy exchange, it's going to be infertile. God's not going to answer your prayer because it is dangerous. A dangerous way of interacting. When you hurt someone, you set yourself up for them to want to come back and hurt you. And if you truly have hurt them, then they're going to be given the power to hurt you. But if they only presume that you hurt them and you're not really guilty, then no matter how much they try, they can't hurt you. So you have to keep yourself blameless in the sight of the Most High God. Keep yourself blameless in the sight of the King and the Queen of creation. Okay? So, if you're praying for the downfall of anybody who don't deserve it, it's not going to be granted. All right? And then we got the prostitute card coming out. So what's a prostitute? A prostitute is someone who has sex with someone else for money. A sex worker. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting the sex worker energy coming through stronger. All right, that makes sense. So as you know, in this deck, I don't have a communication card. Don't ask me why, okay? I'm not perfect. So the sex is usually talking about the interaction. That's why on the other sex cards, I put like exchange and interaction and stuff like that. Because sex is an interaction or an exchange between two or more, well, between you and yourself or you and someone else or you and some other people, right? So basically, it's dangerous interactions, the way that you're interacting with people if you choose to pray for what is not right, what is not fair. God is not going to give you somebody else's blessing, okay? And then bless you on top of it. You can get their blessing or what you think is their blessing, but you're not going to like the consequences that follow, okay? So it's about respecting divine law. Okay, it's important that we real aristocrats actually be upholders of the law. Okay, so God say, take time to grieve and move on. If you already done it, you made a mistake. Obviously, you have to repent. Okay, show God that you see the error of your ways, and God said, take time to grieve and move the fuck on. Okay. Then we got be addicted to romance. God said, love is the answer. Love is the answer. Be addicted to romance, kindness, love, all that positive vibration. And God said, teach it too. Tell everybody else that that's where the real power is at. Okay? Like I said, the old world is dead, where uh people used to get away with hurting people to get ahead in life. It's not happening anymore. I'm telling y'all, for your own good. If you used to be that way, fine, it's already done. It was cool for that season. You might have some karma to pay. But now love is the real superpower. Love is taking its place back. Okay? Love is going back to where it belongs. Love is going to give off the energy that love is basically here to show up and show the fuck out. Love is reclaiming its place in society, in our lives. Okay? Whereas people used to look at love and kind of feel like it's a weakness or it's not as effective, people are going to start to see that love is truly more powerful than hate. The people of the light, the people of the right, the people of the do-gooders, we actually going to be running shit with our good deeds. Because people are fed up of being hurt and mistreated for no good fucking reason. People are fed up of the crab in a barrel mentality and approach to success. They've had enough. Okay? So the Europeans created this mode of being where you have to fuck over someone in order for you to be lifted up, for you to be successful. And we tried it, and now we decided we don't like it, because it's like, when is it gonna stop? Because when you're stealing from someone, just know that when you become the target, and people be coming at you. And rabbit hunting ain't so much fun when the rabbit's got the gun. You understand? So it's like, if you don't want nobody to come taking your things, if you don't want nobody to come steal your destiny, what is rightfully yours, then don't do it to anybody else, and it will be powerless against you. They'll try, but that you're not playing that game, so it won't apply to you. It won't work on you. And people gonna be wondering, how the fuck is my magic not working? It's because I'm not playing that game, fool. You want to play that stupid game with me, but I know better. I'm elevated above that level. I know it's trash. So go and find your other trashy friends to play those stupid games with. Okay? I am a true aristocrat. Okay? I am the princess. I am a princess of the king. I am a princess of the queen. I do not do crab in barrel. I do not do dog eat dog. I like fruits and vegetables and the occasional meat. Prayed for and allowed by God. What do you call it? Halal? Yeah. Like that. And then these people live in this horrible way, and they go around the earth like they're such dignitaries. They go around like they're truly royal, and they're truly regal, and they're truly noble and sophisticated. Man, your heart is like a rotten plum, bruv. You look good on the outside, but inside your heart and your mind, you are rotten. Okay? You only dress nice, you drive a nice car, your house look nice, your land look nice, your yard is well manicured, but you are trash. You're a horrible person. You kill people for their things. You prey on someone else's downfall so you can have their things, or so that you can remain on top. What's so noble or respectable about that? Who you are as a person is disgusting. Who you are as a fucking person, because if someone was to take away your fancy car and your fancy clothes and your fancy house and your money in the bank. All you'll be left with is the trash that you are. So now what you are is a trash with nice things. It would be nice if I am as nice as my things. So when you come into my orbit, when you come into my atmosphere, you're going to feel like you just stepped into heaven. You see how that works? You know that God children live there, because it's like when I used to have my hairdressers in Uxbridge, people used to come in there and they used to feel the vibration. It's like, oh my God. Why? Because I keep it clean and I keep me clean. That place used to have a different vibration because of the energetic presence that was there. From the time they step in, it doesn't feel healing already. And all the while, these people were just secret agents. But they couldn't hide the fact of the energy that was in my home. Because it was a home salon too. It felt like a little piece of heaven. Why? Because not only do I keep the place clean, I was clean. My daughter was clean. I don't let unclean spirits into my house. I don't let that permeate my surroundings. That's why it felt so good to be in there. People can tell. It's just like when you have like a paranormal type person and they go into a room and they're checking for like spirits or whatever. They can tell. They can feel. People, especially spiritual people, they can feel the vibration. They know. They know when a place is unholy. And they know when a place is holy ground too. They can feel it. They perceive it. Have you ever walked by somebody and felt you needed to hold your breath, and it's not because they are physically stink? There's another essence that you're perceiving. You're perceiving the corruption on that person. Pay attention to yourself when you go by people. There are certain people who cross your path, and when they cross your path, you have to actually hold your breath. And it's not because they physically smell stink. What are you perceiving? Why did you hold your breath when you pass that person? That's your spiritual senses kicking in. Your spirit has perceived something that not even your five senses didn't pick it up. It's like, let's see. So the ear one is clairaudient, when you can hear with your inner ear. Your inner eye has clairvoyance. The nose one, when you can smell something that's not actually there, is clear scent. Is it sentience? Yeah. Pay attention to your clairs. You picked it up spiritually. They didn't say anything to you. They didn't even watch you or nothing like that, but you pick up the stench from them. So these people who come into my life trying to hurt me, they know. Especially the high spiritual ranking ones. The ones who have a lot of degrees because they've learned a lot. They know that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing to me, because this girl don't have no negative energy about her. But you see, they didn't know that I know. But that back then I didn't know. But as time go on and they mess with me more and more, instead of being angry about what they're doing to me, I use the stones that they're throwing at me to build my database. So I've been getting smarter. They're teaching me about magic by fucking with me. I always believed that magic existed, but I had no physical evidence. Okay, my gifts weren't tapped in yet, or I didn't have no cop. I used to love watching Bewitched and Charmed and all them magical shows and stuff. Those were my favorite. But when they started messing with me in a real life, I got my confirmation that magic is real. And now I will never unknow. I got my confirmation. So now it's just for me to work on upgrading my gifts. Because my gifts started coming through. You know what I don't like though? You know that the clear where you can feel people's pain? I don't like that one. I do not like that one. And I don't like that psychic gift. You know, when you can hear people's thoughts, I do not want that one. Period. Okay? When the world gets cleaned up and people think better thoughts, then I'll take my psychic one where I can hear what they're saying. Okay? But until then, I hope to God that God keep that one away from me. I beg. I don't need to know the stupid evil shit that people be saying around me for no fucking reason. Cause you know me. I just might pop off. Okay? I might tell them about themselves. Like, you think I didn't hear you? I heard you. Shit. So yeah. Yeah, so we need to teach each other, right? That love is the answer, bro. Do good. Good is better than bad. And that's gonna bring about the healing. So we who are royal children, yeah, education is our true current purpose. Okay? So once we've made the mistakes and we learned from them, it's our job to teach people, yo, don't do that. It's a bad idea. I did it and XYZ happened. Okay? I took a walk on the wild side because I mean I was curious. I fucked around and I found out. Let's just say that. Okay? So I mean you can fuck around and find out if you want to, but I'm telling you what happened to me. Right? So let's see if we can make sense of the actual message now. Okay, so a lack of consistency. That's consistency in the reverse. A lack of consistency with God is unintelligent. So God says, pick your side. Okay? It's either you're rolling with the good guys or you're rolling with the bad guys. Okay? It's either you're a criminal or you're an officer of the law. All right? Pick your side. Right. So being inconsistent with God is unintelligent. Then we got admirer or fan, supporter, and custom. Yeah, so that's basically the love. So make the love your custom. Pick your side and stick to it. Look, you got teach, healing, education. That's our true current purpose. Reciprocate the love and expect a miracle. You see? They can't stop us, bruv. They can't stop us. So then we got it's gonna be leaking out. So it's like God is gonna pour out a miracle, and God says be patient. Okay? Because it's not gonna all like happen just like that, but be patient. Ooh, and it's gonna come in nationwide. Okay? And that's the humanitarian vibe. So it's like we don't just live our life to please ourselves and our families. We care about the world around us, and somebody has to. We can't all be criminals. Somebody has to have the courage to police and or police the police if necessary. Police ourselves first to do the right thing. Be consistent with God, not inconsistent. Let's pick our side. It's either we want to be a criminal or we want to be part of the law. We want to be part of the law and order section of society. So it's either we're going to be criminals in society or we're going to be part of the law and order sector of society as individuals. Okay, that's what God wants us to think about and decide and know that there are greater rewards to being part of the law and order than there is being a criminal, because we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you, Rev. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. So our blessing is not just for us, but for our communities nationwide. Okay? So if everybody is doing their part, then the people around you will be blessed by your good work. Are we digging some more, my good sir? Are we digging some more, your majesty? Because I looked at that and I didn't understand what it was saying, but okay, God got some more to tell us. So we got invest. And it says time, money, effort, property, access to either rest or something or someone or somewhere. So invest by giving access to to yourself to rest or whatever you need to invest. Let's dig some more. Let's see what God is talking about. So we got invest, excuse me, gambling. We got risky or taking a chance. Investing in taking a chance. We got guarantee, insurance, assurance, or insure. I'm gonna bring out the cards first and then make sense of them, right? The gold digger, monogamy, underaged, social media, virgin, enemies. Feeling two or three more. We got anal sex or unhealthy acts, heterosexual, one way, the way nature intended. And then we got groomed. And we got friends. Okay, let's see what this is saying. So what was the last thing God was saying again? Oh, God was saying that, yeah, our blessings will be going out nationwide. Okay. So let's put this on this side. So God said, invest in taking a chance. It would guarantee that the gold digger, it would guarantee a gold digger. Invest in taking a chance. Hang on. Invest. My head feels, why does my head feel cloudy with this one? I'm kind of getting what this bottom bit is saying, but this first bit here is there's something about the cloudiness, unintelligence. Okay, invest in if we invest in taking a chance, we are guaranteed gold diggers. Ah. So basically, God is saying, don't even try it. Because by trying it, what is it? It is trying to do the wrong to get ahead. If we try that, then it guarantees, or basically it solidifies our position as criminal, gold digger. Okay, we on the wrong side of the law. So if we even try to do it, it basically tells the universe where we stand. Because I mean, once you do the act, you already accumulated that karma, right? So now we got only one, and then we got like underage or unready. Okay, then we got social media newness. So it's like a social circle. So this isn't the social media, it's about the social circle. Okay, so what that part is saying, like, the only one unready social circle, and then we got newness, virgin energy, newness. Only one way. So it's like if you're unready, there's only one way. Because God did say, I'm the way, the truth, and is it the way, the truth, and the light, or the way, the truth, and the life? Okay, so you can only choose one way to go, basically. You can't do both. You can't be a criminal and a servant of God. You can't be a criminal and an officer of the law. Okay, that won't be tolerated in God's kingdom. Okay, that's what that part there is saying. So we got only one way. Okay, then the unready is sticking out to me. So it's like you're not really ready to make the choice. Ah, because of your social circle. So, because it's newness. And then your enemies, which is your social circle, they have unhealthy acts or unhealthy practices. So it's like wanting to fit in. Okay, good God, that was hard. Okay, so let's put that over there. So God is saying that there's only one way, and you might be unready because of your social circle. You're unready to choose the path of just doing the right, be and not caring what anybody think of you. Okay, so you might be unready because your social circle see it as something new, so they're in opposition to it, because it takes courage to believe that you could be successful just doing the right thing. Okay, we've been trained to believe that in order to be successful, we have to be cheating someone else, or beating up someone else, or lying to someone else, or not paying someone what their work is worth, and so on and so on. All kind of shady business ethics, business practices. We've believed that so long, and it has worked for so long, that it's going to be hard for us to transition from not using those practices anymore to actually being honest with people, actually treating people in a respectable manner. Okay, actually using our brain to come up with good, workable, lucrative business ideas that don't include killing anybody, or stealing from anybody, or working someone and giving them a minimum wage that's not even livable, and all these other ways that people apply to stealing from each other to make themselves rich or richer, right? So because your friends, it's new to your friends, you might be kind of ready, but when you think of your friends and how they will perceive you, your friends or your colleagues, maybe even family members, when you think of how they'll perceive your new outlook and your new approach to business, it'll make you want to hold back, because they themselves are going to become opposition because they don't have the confidence in doing the right thing and actually winning. Okay, but it's unhealthy acts. So then we got the heterosexual one way, the way nature intended. Oh, groomed friends. And so God is saying, don't let your friends change you. You need to step up and take the lead. And whichever of your friends are going to see the power in what you're doing, you will then groom your friends. So, okay. Good God, that was hard. So, yeah, so we got the way nature intended is for you to groom your friends. Okay, so don't let their practice, because you already did that. You already know what that life is like. You already know the uneasiness. You already know the chances that you're taking. You're risking going to jail. You're risking your business being hated and talked about negatively by your customers. You're risking failure by those improper business, and not even just business, but even just interacting with people, those improper ways of interacting with people. You're risking it all, really, because once people know you to be a liar or whatever, when you choose to change, it's going to be hard to convince them that you're not who you used to be anymore. Okay, and that's going to make your way forward hard. So God said, don't let them change your mind. Keep going forward anyway. And you be that example to your friends. If you truly believe that you can achieve and succeed by doing business the right way. So let's say you have a product, okay? Let's say you have a product that you want to sell, and you know it's a great product, but it has some flaws to it. Don't hesitate to tell your customers that yes, it's a great product, but it, XYZ. That's proper, that's good business, but most people would never do that. So me now being your customer, I would have to buy your product and then go home and find out that it has all these side effects or flaws or whatever. Which if you had told me as the business person, I could have made the decision to take a chance. And I might even just choose to take a chance just because you were being so straight up and honest with me. Because maybe it may be flawed, yes, but if I buy it and I interact with it as a customer, I could give you feedback as to maybe what you can do to improve the product. You know? So it's about having the courage. It's about having the courage to choose going that one way and uh stick to it. Come what may, stick to it. Stick to it. You'll be surprised the treasures that you're gonna find. God said expect a miracle. You will be surprised the treasures that you're gonna find if you choose to go about life and business in an honest, a brutally honest manner. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. And people are gonna laugh at you. People are gonna talk all manner of negative, opposing things about your practice. Okay. Some of them are even gonna try sabotage your practice just to prove their own negative thinking right. So it's like, let's go back to the product. If you have a product and you know it's got flaws, I'm the customer. You tell me straight, yo, this product is great, but it fails in that. And I still choose to buy your product, right? When I buy your product, these people could go so far as to do something else to the product in my care. Okay, maybe not that one. Scratch that list. Scratch that last piece. Let's say I come up with an idea that can help you to improve the product, right? So I buy the product knowing that it's flawed, and I come up and I tell you, well, I see what the problem is, and I feel like this would be a good solution. And you go and you try and do that solution, and they do something to still sabotage your efforts. So even though you improved your product, they, just to prove to their friends and everybody else that your honest approach to business is trash, they will find a way to sabotage your forward movement. and even kind of convince you that there's something wrong with this honest approach to business. So maybe they could be going behind your back and talking a whole bunch of other things, like adding other flaws to the product that don't even exist. So let's say the product is like 70% complete or 70% perfect. They might then go and spread propaganda or pay somebody to spread propaganda so that it doesn't really link back to them, to discourage people from coming to your business to even try your product. You understand? Just to make you believe that maybe the honest approach to business isn't the best approach. Because see, now I have even less customers. You understand? When really and truly you don't have less customers because of your honest approach. You telling them that there is a flaw. You have less customers because your so-called friend or colleague, who they don't want their ego to be shot. They don't want to be seen as proven wrong. They are desperately going so far as to sabotage your business manually, just to make themselves look like they are right in concluding that you should not take this honest approach to business. Some people are petty, some people are foolish, some people are weak-minded like that. So saying all that to say, you need to watch out for the pitfalls. So God is saying, if you choose to go that way, stick to it, come what may. Don't let anybody or anything fool you into thinking you're not working with a good or the best formula. Honesty is the best policy. You understand? So, right. Fucking hell, that was hard. I had to try and stay focused. Yeah, I had to dig for that one. But you get what I'm saying. So instead of allowing these people to stop you from doing the right thing, God said, do the right thing no matter what happens. Because you're not alone. So if this person go behind your back and try to sabotage your business to prove to everybody else that they're right in thinking that going honest in a business is trash, then God is watching them. And God is happy to see you doing the right thing, because you're going to be a positive role model to other people, because we're trying to encourage people nationwide. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to encourage people to do the right thing. Take a chance on doing the right thing. Do business in the right way, and you'll see how much more lucrative or transformative and transformative, and even a great opportunity for bonding. Because like I say, if I use your product that I know is flawed, you tell me it's flawed, you had the decency to put your business at risk to tell me that it's flawed, and I still decide, you know what, I'm gonna try it anyway, and I try it and I come up with some ideas as to how you can improve the product, then that's you get a better product, and you're building your networking. Because who am I? You don't know who am I. You don't know who I am and how I could really affect the future progress of your empire. You understand what I'm saying? But by you being dishonest, I will go away with this product, get fucked up, and just see it as trash and never come back. And I would even tell people about this bad experience. So it's a two-edged sword. It's like, which one do you want to take the chance with? You know? So yeah, so God said, go that way, and don't let them keep you stuck in those horrible business practices. The shit ain't working anymore. Okay? Come what may. If they try and fuck you up behind your back, don't worry. God is watching them, and there are other people watching them too. They'll sort it out for you behind the scenes. Or they will let you know what's happening so that you can sort it out. Right? Don't worry about it. That part ain't for you to worry about. You do the best, and God will do the rest. Right? Do your best, and God will do the rest. Right? So yeah, so go in your direction, choose a path and stick to it, and groom your friends. Help them to transform. Help them to transform. So there's a good exchange. Okay? Good exchange, good interaction. Honesty. You see? Wanting support system. You see? You will have gained someone who can actually, of high value. Take the chance. Yeah, you get a support system of high value. That's what you're cultivating. Okay? And then you become a powerful person. Feminine energy, you can sit back and reap the rewards, okay, of your honesty. Yeah. And your secret admirers with your nature's lessons, following nature's way. Shit. Following nature's way. About these harmful practices when it comes to going after the grandfather energy, the going after your riches, your work. Very nice. Are we done here now? My king and queen. I'm hearing two more. So we got meditation, thoughtfulness, and silent commune, and be nice to yourself. The end. Okay, be nice to yourself by being nice to others. Whew. So, I hope you guys learned something. It's better to, you know, go the honest way, because we've tried being criminals in business and in our friendships and everything. We've tried that shit and we see what it brings about. Okay, it's time for us to try the other direction. If you don't stick to it, then that's fine. But be consistent about trying the other direction. Maybe for a month, maybe for 2 months, maybe for 3 months or something. Let's just see what the outcome of that's gonna be. Right away, you should see a clearing up in your karma. You should be expecting some good fruit to come from the good seeds that you're about to sow. Even if people don't get you, they're gonna say, "Oh my God, you were just a criminal last week." Well, this is this week. You were just a criminal yesterday. I remember it's just yesterday you were saying that you wanted to lie to get what you want. Well, today I feel different. So, and they say you're allowed to change at any time, and I choose this time to change. So, I'd appreciate it if you support me on this. But if you're not gonna support me, that's fine, because I'm gonna try this shit anyway. Okay? Okay. And I'll tell you what the outcome is. I wanna try it at least for a month or 2 months or so. I'm gonna try. Shit. Wish me well. That's how the conversation should go. Wish me well, but I'm about to try it. Okay, because somebody gotta try this shit, because this ain't working anymore. Okay, it's doing more harm to your character and your karmic record than good. So what's the point? You know, it's time for us to get smart. We are true royal children. Okay? We're not just royal in our DNA, because everybody's royal in their DNA, because we're all the children of the king and queen of creation. But we are royal in spirit, in character too. So we have to bring that to life, not just think it. We have to do it. Okay, try it. Try it. And let's see how it works. And that's what I do. Because as a hairdresser, it's like there's some things that I can't freaking do. And I'm going to tell you straight. I'll do some hair color, but I'm no professional at hair color. So when they used to come to my salon, I tell them straight, I don't know about hair coloring, but I don't mind trying a thing. So then I had this one client. I could do the black. That's the basic black. I could do that. But I had this one client that used to love to do different colors and stuff. And I got some practice in, but I was honest with him, letting him know. And by me being honest with him, what he used to do is while I was doing his hair, doing the color, he would give me his input as well. So if my mind wasn't sharp enough to think ahead and get things cleared up in my mind before I apply, because we used to do like blues and greens and like dark blues, like navies. He loved like blue and green and them kind of colors. Okay, he's not the type to just bleach it and leave it. He like color. So when you mix certain colors together, you know how that go if you know anything about color. So what used to happen is he used to help me, and I learned a thing or two about color. But I didn't have the confidence to do anybody else's own, because it's like it's a headache. I just love when he came by and he wanted his hair colored, because I love the project. I loved doing it, but not to do it on a consistent basis, because If you're gonna do it for a lot of clients, then they're gonna expect a certain level of professionalism or expertise. And I didn't have that. So I was honest with them and tell them, yo, I'm a loctician. I can make your hair nice and clean. I am fantastic. I am excellent at making your dreadlocks clean. Number one. I am excellent at making them neat in the roots without them being tight. Okay. So most locticians, they do the hair too tight. All right. I could keep them maintained. I could moisturize them for you, and I can make you leave here looking like you actually just stepped out of a salon. But I am not good at the coloring thing. And plus, even to put the black on the dreadlocks, I never really liked to do that. So I didn't really take on too much of those jobs. But yeah, just be honest, bruv. Just be honest. You know, highlight your strong points and work on your weak points. If they are things that you want to accomplish, you put in the work. Okay. Oh yeah. And it's another thing, like I used to work in a barber shop, and there was this dude that he came from Africa, and he didn't know anything about he didn't know anything about barbering at all, right? So he actually trained in the barber shop. I watched him go from nothing to actually knowing what he's doing. Okay. So what they used to do is they used to just send clients his way. He got his clippers and everything, and they just used to send clients his way, but they didn't even let the dude wear a badge that say junior barber or trainee or anything like that. He comes in his clothes, and everybody look to see him, and everybody know he's a barber there. You only know how shit he is after he cut your hair and fuck it up. And I thought to myself, that is so unprofessional. But he was afraid to let people know that he's a trainee barber because he figured he wouldn't make any money. Nobody would want to try him. But how the hell are you going to know if you don't try? It's better that they know you are a trainee. So when you mess up, they know that there was a chance that you might mess up. Rather than them thinking you're an expert, they sit in your chair and you fuck them up. People get fucked up for doing shit like that. People get real serious, especially men with their hairlines and stuff. They go bananas. Okay? If you mess up their hairline, you mess up their fade. They don't play those games. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. And those are just a few examples that I know of, that I could tell you of. So apply this to whatever you're doing. Apply this to whatever you got going on in your life. And try a little honesty. You'll be surprised. They might be vexed at first. They might be taken aback at first. They might respond negatively at first, but give them some time. They're going to have to respect you for your honesty, because most people ain't like that. You're like a rare gem now. But that's how you train. Nobody started at the top. Everybody started at the bottom. Don't hesitate to admit to yourself and the people who need to know where exactly you are at in whatever development that you're going through. You know, it'll benefit you. So I hope that you will try it for a while. See how it works out for you. And me, I'm going to keep doing it, because that's what I've been doing, because it makes sense to me. Okay? Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Until next time, my darlings, all the best. Bye-bye.